The Loch Ness Monster, the Abominable Snowman, Bigfoot, move over. Mothman is here.
A creature people describe as a giant moth with glowing red eyes. Thousands of people have claimed to see this creature, all in this one small town. Mothman has actually become so famous there that every year they throw a Mothman Festival. So my friends and I are gonna go to that festival and we're gonna actually see if there's enough evidence to prove that Mothman could be real.
Fusions of animals and humans.
Sworn to see a Mothman type creature.
There's things out there that we don't understand.
You hear weird. Film. Holy sh**.
I can tell you,
We're on our way to the Mothman Festival. We're literally in traffic and there's hundreds of people. I didn't know this was this big. There's no way all these people believe in Mothman. If they do, that's literally, I might believe in Mothman.
I believe in Mothman. He's real.
I want to find out the truth behind Mothman. There's so many different stories in areas around here.
And I want to see Mothman myself. I don't want
Mouthman. I'm trying to see Mothman.
Mothman.
I didn't say Mothman. Cut that out.
Before asking anyone if they had any Mothman evidence, I thought we would look around a bit to see what this festival was even about. This is apparently what Mothman looks like.
Red eyes, 7 feet tall, and big, white, muscular, kind of like Gavin.
Bro, this is unlike anything I've been to, bro. We're just gonna talk to some more people, see if they have any Mothman stories. Sure. You guys believe in Mothman?
Of course.
How long you been Mothman believers?
Years.
Wow.
Years
Wow.
now.
Ever had a sighting yourself or just lots of stories?
Do you believe in Mothman?
I'm open to the idea for sure.
What do you think's the best way of finding Mothman? If you were to search.
I heard the TNT area is where you're supposed to be.
Have you seen Mothman before?
Never saw a Mothman.
Mothman believer though?
I think it was a sandhill crane. That's what I think it was.
The what?
A sandhill crane. Just looking at the body shape and all that, not a creature I think could exist.
That makes sense.
It makes
yeah.
more sense of creature.
It's an interesting creature. After talking to a ton of people, we finally met someone who knew about one of the first Mothman sightings, the collapse of Silver Bridge.
Mothman was famously seen near or on the Silver Bridge right before the collapse in 1967.
Those sightings came to a terrifying climax when that bridge collapsed, killing 46 people. And
we were trying to ask her about this, but she just wasn't really giving us clear answers.
And the bridge would have come right through town about 2 miles north of us, but...
So you don't believe it was because of Mothman?
Well, there's so many layers of very strange things here. Fusions of animals and humans and tissue research and all that stuff.
I really thought she might have had some evidence of Mothman, but so far no one really had any solid evidence or even stories. But that was about to change. Do you believe in Mothman?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have any sightings or know anyone with?
No, but I've interviewed numerous people over the years that have sworn to see a Mothman type creature flying around in this area and other areas around West Virginia as well.
Where's the place to go, or do you know if there's people here that we should talk to, the people that have stories or anything?
Yeah, talk to Faye. She's over there at her table, and she's one of the original witnesses from way back.
Faye Dewitt, who is one of the original people that saw Mothman in 1967.
That thing jumped on top of the car, squatted and looked like this into the windshield.
We couldn't find her, but she has a talk at 5, so we just waited until then.
And we were on nothing, and I was old enough to know what was going on as well as my brother. And the time limit we had was enough to really look at it, to really see it. And then to see what it done, we could see it because of the color it was in those eyes. When it jumped down and flew off like that, we went straight down there. We didn't know what we had saw. It's nothing like a crane of any kind in this area. Now, if something came from another place, another area, got them bigger than what we grow here, then yeah, I almost see it too. God's my witness, whether you believe in God or not, I'm telling you all the truth. There's things out there that we don't understand. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Be glad to tell anybody anything.
You signed my moth. It's the second biggest moth next to Mothman. I know you talked about it a little bit, but what's your best theory on where Mothman would be now?
I think either something came and got him or the United States came and got him. The military come in, blocked it up. 2 of them were dressed in suits. And that's where they get the men in black
Do you think you would find it if you were looking for it, or just like by chance?
I think more or less that if I got out there, maybe it might know something and come to me through, something I've seen.
You want to look with us later?
Now that I got some sense better, I won't be out there for nothing after I know what's out there.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go out there that thinks they can be my champion and whoop everything if I can't.
I'll find proof for you.
That's what I want.
Getting even more motivation to find Mothman and become Faye's champion. So far we had heard some stories, some theories, and most importantly, some locations. Now that we heard all this, it was time to go these places and see if we could find evidence for ourselves. The first place is possibly one of the most popular Mothman sightings, the remains of the Silver Bridge. So we made it to where the bridge was. It was right here. It's just water, like there's no remains of it or anything. I'd imagine like seeing him right there. That would be probably the craziest thing of my life. There were some people that didn't believe, some people had theories on what people were actually seeing. But either way, if we find Mothman or not, I will find the true story behind this.
I can't put this on there. This camera will kill me.
This flashlight may be good for looking around at night. It's also the #1 thing moths are attracted to. Light. You ever been shining a light and then the moths keep just jumping on you? Well, that's the idea with this. We didn't really see that much here. The next place we're going to is basically a nuclear factory over there. For the nuclear factory where we're about to go, some people believe that's what created Mothman. So basically we're visiting Mothman origins. All right, we're now breaking into the nuclear power plant. I'm trying to imagine this origin story for Mothman. Like he flew into some nuclear device and then bam. Like it's like a superhero. Oh, yeah. If Mothman is real, this is the place I feel like he'd be at. I think it would be a W here if we found a moth. Because then it would like a little bit prove the story. A little. It opens up. But if there's no moths
Moth flies into the giant mutant generator.
Find a moth. That's the game plan.
Cut that out.
You just gotta find a moth to somewhat prove the story.
Oh, perfect.
Hey, I'm just making a video about Mothman. We heard this is his origin place. Have you seen Mothman before?
No.
You a believer or no?
No, that's over in West Virginia, back in the CT area.
Bro, that guy definitely thought we were idiots. Wait, up there, aim it at the...
Oh yeah, look at that. You got all sorts of bugs on camera.
Our best evidence so far was moths, but now we were headed to the final place.
I heard the TNT area is where he's supposed to be.
Locals call the Igloo. That's where Mothman was first sighted.
You hear weird. Actually, one time and saw a silhouette of a person.
Are you serious?
And actually, the next day, my phone broke, and they could not recover all the data off my phone.
Wow! And I was not expecting what we were gonna find there. We drove deep into the forest where we ran into some people that said they knew how to get to the bunkers. So, well, we're following some random people in the woods that apparently know where the Mothman spots are.
Or they're just gonna kill us.
Yeah, or they might just straight up kill us.
Where's the bunkers, man?
It's over here. You see where the DNR truck is parked?
This is the last chance to find any actual proof that there is Mothman and he is real, or there's some other story. And it's definitely more scary. Damn, bro. It's kind of creepy now. I mean, a lot of people believe that Mothman would hide in these. That's basically the story. But it's a spooky place for sure. Someone said they heard a sound not that long ago. Film. Dude, we just stopped filming. I just heard a weird, like, seriously.
Really?
Like, holy shit, I actually thought I saw something up there. It's just the shadows, though, I think. We continued down the path, exploring all the bunkers where Mothman has been seen, one after one. Bro, there's like endless bunkers. This is bunker 4. Seems like a good place Mothman would chill. We were finding Mothman spray painted on a lot of the walls. Yo, is that Mothman? And even found a black feather. But none of this was enough to prove anything. We talked to random Mothman fans, nothing. Talked to one of the original sighters and got some theories, but they could be disproven and it's hard to believe just one person. But the most important person we hadn't talked to was the very first sighter of Mothman, Linda Skurberry. Sadly, she had passed away 12 years ago, so I thought we wouldn't get an end to this tale until we met some locals in the woods who had lived here so long that they knew her personally. So they started telling us some pretty interesting stories.
But every now and then you will see these guys.
Really?
No,
They
really.
got 4 black
What if they took? Holy sh! That's scary.
No, and they'll show up and then they're in all black and they're dressed in suits.
Yep.
And that's where they get the men in black.
Well,
Well, I mean, I don't-
they're looking for the Mothman, just like everybody else,
I
and
guess,
asking
yeah.
questions and all that crap.
I don't. I can tell you like the real story, but it would totally ruin the whole vibe.
That's what we want to know. We want to know the real story.
Oh, listen, I can't put this on air. This town will kill me. Would this town not kill me?
Probably will. No, we'll blur you. We'll blur you.
The truth, how it all
I can
got
tell you. I
started.
can tell you what I've heard.
All right, let's
I
hear it.
know
Let's
for
hear
a
it.
fact.
Oh.
Scarberry and his girl, and we're out here having a good time.
They're smoking. They shouldn't smoke.
So I heard the cops came up on them and they ran from them, and they said that they saw a Mothman.
You know what they saw? I guarantee you what they saw.
An illusion.
That tire over here, red lights blinks on top. That's what they saw. The red light.
Oh, Coyote Creek.
Yep.
Which I'm glad that our town is
Oh, yeah,
making the money
yeah.
that they're making, because it's a small town.
That's how it all started.
The original sighting of Mothman was just a group of people on drugs that they shouldn't have been doing, seeing a red light, just like the color of Mothman's eyes. And after that sighting became popular and people started coming to the town, all of a sudden there's a lot more sightings with no real evidence. The town created a Mothman Festival, bringing in more money than the town ever has before. This is just my theory, and I can't fully explain what Faye saw, although I did more research into the Sandhill Crane. And here's what Mothman looks like. Here's what the Sandhill Crane looks like at night. So maybe that guy was correct. And there's also the men in black and the government theory that a lot of people were talking about, but that's just a whole nother story. I don't think he's real. I think it's just a lot of people egging on these sightings to make this festival more popular and to make this town more popular. So I would say this is a solved case. It's no longer a...
Today I'm looking for the mythical creature,
the Jersey Devil.
And this creature come flying out of the woods in front of our car.
The Jersey Devil was born here.
Oh, you can see its eyes and...
Jersey Devil!